Guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be doing the match analysis from the match yesterday between Barcelona and Real Madrid in La Liga action, which of course was Barcelona's fourth El Clasico victory of the season. And of course, all that is needed now is 3 more points to win the La Liga title. We're going to discuss, of course, the team's performance, some of the post-match thoughts of players, managers, referee Carfunkel, and finally a look ahead into how and when and hopefully Barcelona winning the league title. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below and let's try and get to 200 likes on this video. It would be very much appreciated. And also, if you are new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Now, one of the things that we did see and learn from this game is the attacking fluidity of Barcelona when it's at its best is almost damn near unstoppable. And although Madrid did have a poor defense on paper, nothing was going to really stop the free-flowing attack of Barcelona. It was only a matter of how many goals we were going to score. You can see from the team's SoFA score rating here from the starting 11 where and how and who played poorly this game. Apart from the Frankie de Jong rating, which should probably be double what it actually is, I think every other rating is pretty accurate to what we see. Maybe Aaron Garcia should be a little bit higher as well, but apart from that, I think everyone here is very well rated by SoFA score. That's why I always use it. It's always, the most accurate I find, roaming around. But you can see there who was performing poorly and how things did go in this game. And again, it wasn't, free-flowing, scintillating football from Barcelona. It wasn't, a 9, 10 out of 10 performance for the whole 90 minutes. Professional performance, and we executed on their weaknesses and we pounced on our own strength. You can see here the as positioning of the players for this match as well. Left hand side is the starting 11, right hand side with the substitutions being incorporated. Again, the line, you could say, to be honest, is a bit deeper than it usually is. Usually Kubarsi and Inigo are like touching and hugging that halfway line, which they aren't in this game. Again, Varane and Raphinha playing fairly essentially. Lamine holding the width, but again coming inside quite a bit. You can see how high Eric and Gerard were and how wide they were as well, the midfield three, as it is expected. Right hand side with the subs coming in, you can see again when Christensen came in that the line was of course more deeper than it was. You can see Balda there came in that high and wide positioning of the fullback, similar to Hector Fort as well. And Fermin Lopez again playing kind of as a left hand striker in this game, because a lot of the attacks and hold up play for Barcelona were down the left hand side. Now take a look at some of the stats from this match. First, you can see Barcelona's possession 62% in their favor compared to the 38% of Real Madrid. In terms of XG, we had a 4.2, they had 2.6, so they scored a bit higher than their XG, and we kind of were on the money with it. 7 big chances for Barcelona, 5 for Real Madrid, 23 shots for Barca, 9 for Madrid, 2 goal kicks for Barca, 5 for Madrid, 10 corner kicks for Barca, 2 for Madrid, 17 fouls to 15, 478 passes attempted as opposed to 295, 14 tackles, 21 tackles, 15 free kicks, 16 free kicks. We had 4 yellows, they had 3. I don't remember the yellows that we did get in this game. I know that Pedri got a yellow, Inigo, Araujo on the bench. Can't remember who the last one was. Middle of the screen there, you can see the shot map and where the shot accuracy in this game. 23 shots for Barcelona, 9 on target, 9 off target, 5 blocked, 15 inside the box, and 8 outside the box. Entered the heat concentration of this game where the play was majority spent. You see for Barcelona mainly heavily that favoring that left hand side. That's probably mainly due to the second half more so, even though the first half John Martin and Raphinha did get on the ball quite a bit. We had, of course, from our 7 big chances created in this game, we scored 3 and missed 4. And from Madrid's 5 big chances, they scored all 3 of them and of course missed 2. We had 39 touches in the penalty area, 5 fouls in the final third with 1 total offside as well. Now, in terms of the concentration of the game or where the ball was spent majority of this game, 41% in the Madrid final third, 42 on the halfway line, and then 17% in Barcelona's final third, which shows how Madrid were clinical on the night. Again, the ball not being played too much in Barcelona's final third, and yet they end up scoring 3 goals. We of course completed 417 passes, 14 throw-ins, 59 final third entries. We were 80% successful in our passes in the final third, 68% successful in terms of our long balls, 24% with our crosses. Duels only 45%, so you can see Madrid were more physical and similar with tackles 1 as well. So numbers suggest quite clearly that Barcelona were dominant. The ball was spent majority in the Madrid section, the concentration wise as well, although play was going on the left hand side of the pitch. And again, Barcelona missing more chances than they did score in this game, which is kind of the story of our season. But overall, still, no matter what, it is a dominant performance from Barcelona. Now there is a few interesting stats from this game. I do want to firstly talk about with Kubarsi, who did of course go off the game. We thought that was injured. Apparently nothing serious. He apparently came to this game with a stomach flu, and he just couldn't hack it anymore during that moment. So he was of course going through the pain. Maybe this could be a reason why for his rare mistakes in this game that he's playing with being sick and having a stomach bug. So again, he should be all right for Thursday, which is the most important thing. But there was that reason why maybe he performed badly, and of course why he was subbed off earlier than expected. Now, two big stats I want to talk about from this game. Firstly, on Rafa, he now has 56 GA this season. The last time a Barca player had 50 plus GA was Messi in the 2019-2020 with the same GA of 56. So all he needs is one GA to have the most GA in a season for Barcelona since prime Messi. You could say, of course, this season the 1920 was COVID, but the season before that when he was in his one of Messi's peak forms, and Raphinha is matching in terms of numbers. Again, displays widely off the mark, but numbers wise, it is very, very close, which sort of shows the level and the exceptional output that Raphinha is having this season. And also in terms of the Clasico, Barcelona have won 4 El Clasicos in a single season for the second time in history. The first time that was done was in the 1982-83 season, and Barcelona did it then as well. 4 El Clasicos in a season. All 4 wins. We've had more Clásicos in a season before. We've had less. Of course, Madrid, we had 3 last season. Madrid won all 3 of them. But when it's been 4 or more Clásicos, nobody has done it but Barcelona, which shows who is the real owner of Spain, the real owner of El Clasico. I think Madrid have 1 more Clasico win than us. We have 104. They have 105. So again, it's going to be a fine margin for the rest of our lifetime, probably, unless one team has a crazy run and wins like 10 or 20 El Clasicos in a row, something like that. So it's always going to be, changing back and forth. But this season has been Barcelona's without a shadow of a doubt. And also another record to add to our book. We also have 2 trebles on top of 2 trebles in the sense of beating Madrid 4 times out of 4 in a single season. Now, following El Clasico, it's always important to see and reflect on what the players and managers say after the games. I do want to go through it fairly quickly because, of course, there was a lot coming out. We're going to go through it and I'll give you guys my opinion, my analysis, especially if there's something significant that was mentioned. Firstly, we're going to start off with the bat with Lamine Yamal, who spoke after the game, saying that we have to correct some things. We always give them easy goals, and it's true. Madrid always score on the counter this season. You look at the 5, how many times did they score against us? 3 in this game, 2 in the cup final, 2 Super Cups. Score 7 goals. You had, of course, the Mbappe breakaway, then Rodrigo free kick, Mbappe free kick, Tchouaméni set piece, and then today Mbappe penalty, breakaways. They scored 3 breakaways and 4 set pieces. So they haven't really, torn us apart, so to speak. They didn't score goals like we did, like with Raphinha, passing on mistakes, working through phases of play. But again, it is very annoying, and Lamine is 100% spot on about that. He also said we've already forgotten the loss against Inter Milan. We will not enjoy this moment as we should. We're happy with our work, and we're going to, of course, keep going. I told my mother there's a Champions League every single season. We'll fight for it until we win it. Good mentality. We have not been playing in our stadium this season, but it has been very special here. I'm very grateful for the fans. It has not been special here. It's been ass. I know we did well this season, but not enjoying the Montjuic. Next season, Camp Nou, second season under Flick, we will be there. A few more quotes here. We know very well we have to win on Thursday. Of course, Espanyol, that would be a big game coming up. Raphinha was, of course, named man of the match, and he also spoke after the game. Ancelotti giving his shitty ass excuses, like, whoop de fucking dude, this guy is such a crybaby, honest to God. Eric Garcia said that Lamine should have passed the ball more to me. He makes me run for nothing, especially, he's talking about overlapping runs as the winger. He said it as, of course, tongue-in-cheek, didn't actually mean it, so to speak. Eric Garcia also came out saying that, what can I say about Lamine? He's already proven how special he is. I hope they don't change my position again. Last year, Michel saw the versatility in me. It was hard to accept, but now I can say that this Clasico I played as a starting right back. So I guess Eric doesn't really like it, shifting and changing and moving to many positions, but throughout the season, we've shown that high pressing suits as well. In attack, we have fast and players that are fantastic at dribbling. Flick was asked, how's your heart? He said, I need to go get it checked out after this game. We don't feel like champions yet. Lewandowski's coming back from an injury, and it's good to have Varane at the level he is. It's very appreciated, and this win is for the fans and for the players. It's fantastic. Real Madrid is a great team, and we have managed to turn them around yet again. It wasn't easy to deal with the match after the match against Inter. That lasted more than 120 minutes, and we performed exceptionally well. We have to improve a lot, especially in defense. When we press, everything goes well, but we make mistakes at the back. I'm not looking for excuses, but it's difficult to work on defensive improvements when you don't have time. We will play every 3 days. We're thinking about preseason to develop these aspects. Imagine Barcelona with their attacking line the way it is, the fluidity and the semi-accuracy of it is this season. We've scored so many goals, yet we've missed probably double the amount of chances, and we get that defense on lockdown. Flick, man, you gotta work your magic. I'm waiting for it. We will be there. Raphinha came out saying that I didn't play well today. I didn't deserve man of the match. I would have given it to somebody else. Again, a bit bitter, which he should be. Flick saying we have the intensity and rhythm in training. It's easier to play matches. A good training session guarantees better performances in matches. It's not easy to manage the entire team, but the spirit of the players have been fantastic. They love to play, they love to train, and they love to compete. Raphinha said, I've always said that I signed for Barcelona to win titles and mark my name in the history book, and this season I have started to do so. Keyword there, started, not finished, and not still going. We know we could concede less goals, but we stayed calm, and we managed to turn the game around. That's, it comes down to the mentality. I should have had more goals today. I should have left with the patch with a hat-trick. You're damn right, you should have been. Absolutely despicable. We have learned how to control our emotions during matches. It's not the first time that we started a game losing this season. I'm happy, but I demand more from myself. I would rather think about the chances that I missed today. I respect that. We have to celebrate, though. It's our 4th El Clasico win of the season. Then we have Balde. I'm very happy, especially with the result. I'm happy to return as well. These weeks have been difficult for me. I miss, the most important matches of the season, which is not wrong. I mean, this was probably, I think the Copa del Rey and Inter game were still more significant than this match. When we were 2-0 down, I was still very calm myself. I knew we would come back. We have done it so many times this season. I imagine a calmer match with less goals is coming now from Pedri. Throughout the season, we had the ability to come back, and today was the same. The team's mentality has improved a lot. And I said the same thing. I didn't think either team would score more than 4 goals today. I thought maybe 3-2 Barca win, 2-1 Barca win. So I guess Pedri and I are in the similar line. Also said there was, of course, a clear penalty that we were denied. Raphinha said we still need to win, of course, one more game. The league is not won yet, and Pedri deserved man of the match, in my opinion. Pedri then came out saying what happened in Milan was a painful blow. From the moment we lost, we spoke in the locker room, and we knew that we had to win today and widen the gap, and now we had to wait for the next match to finish the job. I think that Madrid do play before us as well on Wednesday, so they do lose. I think we've already won the league as well, so keep your eyes on that. TT saying that this team is always capable of coming back. We saw it too many times this season, and I didn't know why when they scored against us. We played better. We've seen it all year, and I hope it doesn't stop. Pedri saying that everyone is starting to go a little crazy, but Flick told us to calm down, and we still have a match going, of course, in terms of the celebrations in the locker room. Flick saying what the team did is unbelievable. Winning 4 Clasico means a lot to the fans, and now we focus on winning the next match. The key to everything is intensity during training sessions. So again, he's there giving that big emphasis. Lamine has a lot of self-confidence. He knows what he's capable of, and he's a very smart player. We always want to improve after every match. We have a lot of potential. It's not always fun for me, but I'm very happy the way we're playing football. Football is a game of mistakes, and we have to minimize them. He also came out saying that we scored 4 goals, they scored 3. Anything else, I said it before, it's not easy to train our defense when we have such little time in between matches. We know that we have to improve the defense, and we will do that next season. And I'm happy to have a team like this, and players like this. Even when we make changes, we know players come in and perform immediately. In the league, we bring in a player, he's ready right away and helps us score points. The real improvement is made in training and matches. You may see it, but the work is always done in training behind the scenes. It's important to properly train on the schedule. We play every 3 days, and we don't have time to improve things. We will improve things going into next season. He was asked about Lamine as well, working with a child. How's it like working with like a child? He said, trust me, Lamine isn't a child. It was important for me and the players did not forget that what happened against Inter during the week. And I think that was it in terms of player quotes. Of course, been a lot of news. Of course, from Minsk after the game as well. He came out saying, "We're used to it. The important things that we won. We're not going to judge how we won." And of course, on the referee's display, it's very difficult to be a referee. Honestly, the other day was a blow against Inter. We're focusing on La Liga. and it, of course, it hit hard home in terms of getting knocked out by Inter. Haven't noticed the handball. I haven't noticed the handball. I think it's rightfully disallowed. It was a nice goal, but that's it. I don't want to give up in the end. Raphinha was caught after the game as well, saying the league is not won yet, but this is a big step for the fans who have all been great with us this year. Pedri's asked, of course, about man of the match. Raphinha said, you should have won it. Then he's saying, now Raphinha deserved man of the match. He showed what he's capable of this season. He's doing something truly amazing. So let me know, bromance going back and forth. And I think that is pretty much it. Again, the quotes there are always, quotes of encouragement. We can see here what Gavi says. We'll talk about that in the next section, so I'll kind of leave it here as a mark to end it. But again, a lot of confidence in the team, especially from the quotes after the game. But the most important thing there, in my opinion, is Flick speaking on the errors, identifying the errors, knowing the solution, and of course implementing that will take time. And that's what he said. They're going to be working on that during preseason. Again, they've been doing it so many times this season that hopefully fixing it will be as easy as doing it. So we'll wait and see on that next season. But if you combine an elite strong defense alongside a free-flowing attacking line, it's scary hours ahead. Now, despite the fact that Barcelona did win this game, it was unfortunately a match where it was a 12v11, an unfair advantage to the Blaugrana side after the historically disgusting, disgraceful, embarrassing display from the referee today, Hernandez, who has of course been a very experienced referee over the past few years. This is not his first El Clasico. It probably won't be his last El Clasico as well. But the decisions in this game were absolutely disgusting, and they have to be put in the perspective, in the limelight, because we cannot forget, despite Barcelona being the better team, winning the game, they had an unfair advantage with the referee being on the side of Real Madrid. And that was evident yesterday morning when the reports came out saying that Hernandez had a meeting with Florentino Perez to squash refereeing beef, which was very, very coincidental and very, very ironic. And as you can see in this game, we knew what that meeting now was talked about. Whether it be the Mbappe offside, Lamine getting fouled before the Madrid second goal, no clear penalty on Rafa in the first half, no clear red card for Tchouaméni in the first half, no handball for Tchouaméni, and the Fermin Lopez goal being disallowed for handball, which it did strike his hand, but where's the consistency? Because it hit his hand in the same angle, the same accuracy as Tchouaméni. It's either they're both given or they're both not. If the Tchouaméni penalty was given, you can rule Fermin's goal, no problem. But if you're ruling out the Tchouaméni penalty, then you have to rule out the Fermin handball because they're the exact same perspective. And apparently according to La Liga rules as well, if the ball hits off a player, then hits the player's hand, it's not a handball, and that's what happened in this case. I think Fermin kicked the ball into Valverde, it then hit Valverde's leg, came up and hit his arm, and then Fermin continued. So that shouldn't have been disallowed. The VAR in this game had an absolutely disgraceful, embarrassing, shambolic display. The big one for me, of course, is that Tchouaméni handball. How that is not a handball is beyond me. I think Lamine was definitely fouled for the second goal for Real Madrid. Those two for me are the big ones. I think Raphinha was definitely clearly fouled. Whether Mbappe was offside for the first goal or not, I haven't seen it back. People are saying that Kounde touched it. I mean, if he did, then okay. But if he didn't, then I mean that's the most clearest thing. Remember, they showed offside for the other stuff when they when Mbappe scored for his hat-trick in the first half. They of course pulled it back because Jude Bellingham was offside. They showed the line for that. Never did they show the line for the first goal. Do not ignore the corruption and the despicableness of the refereeing committees and how Real Madrid controlled it. They've done it twice this season now. They did it before the Copa del Rey final. They did it in this game. What they want is to have an advantage going into the game, and they had an advantage in both of the games, and both of the games they got held a big fat L. This makes the performance much sweeter. Not only the fact that we beat them at home in a La Liga title race, 4 out of 4, we beat them against all the odds and nothing being in our favor whatsoever. I think it's pathetic. I think it's hypocritical of the Real Madrid players and manager going up to the referee after the game complaining where they had every single 50-50 go their way. Whether it be against Real Madrid or Inter, the reality is that Barcelona 9 times out of 10 will play a 12v11 week in, week out. I'm not saying that all these decisions should have went our way. Of course, part of football, sometimes 50-50s will not go your way, and that's totally fine. But every single decision in this game favoring Madrid is disgusting because it is on a consistent rate. Same thing happened in the Copa del Rey final. We had to beat the odds in both games to, of course, triumph. And this is why when we win titles, it's so much more sweeter than Real Madrid. And this is why when Madrid win titles in Spain, they don't really care, because they know that they have an unfair advantage and they kind of have to go through the motion. Of course, in the Champions League, it's much different. It's a different perspective, but this has always been the reality. The refereeing performance last night was disgraceful. It is embarrassing. There are journalists in the Catalan media calling on the president to file some sort of appeal or complaint. I hope he does so, because this cannot go on again. Clear evidence that we are seeing going against us. I am watching the game. I could not believe the offside initially. Again, I don't know if Barca touched it. Could not believe that Tchouaméni one was on a handball. I mean, I could not believe Tchouaméni was sent off as well. Ferran Torres is through. Raul Asensio is about 5,000 yards back. He's so far back. If you look at this picture here, the 6 images, bottom left is the Tchouaméni red card. You can't even see Raul Asensio in that picture. I mean, it is catastrophic error after catastrophic error. No VR intervention whatsoever in favor of Barcelona. The only time we did have a VR intervention in our favor was the Tchouaméni handball. It was just so clear and obvious. And also, don't forget as well, when Mbappe dove, no yellow card given to him. And what did the referee do? They pulled back to the, oh, it's not a dive on Mbappe. Jude Bellingham was actually offside. This is what they do. They always have to rewind the clock to protect their institution and protect their display. It is absolutely embarrassing, disgusting, and disgraceful, and nothing is going to change. Me saying this is not going to change it, but I have the balls to say this. Even though we won the game and we deserved to win the game, we had corruption on the pitch, and this will be a continuing factor. I ask any Madrid fan who's watching this video thinking that, oh, you're such a, a bitch and you're bittering even though you won, just win, shut up and move on. No, because I want to see change. I want to see a bit more fairness, because I know for a fact if there is fairness, we want the floor with Real Madrid week in, week out. I put the floor to anyone that can argue any of these cases. Why Mbappe was not offside, why Lamine was not fouled for the first goal, why the Raphinha one is not a penalty, why Tchouaméni. I want both Tchouaméni ones. Give me any sort of rebuttal, because I will absolutely kill it. How Tchouaméni survived this game and did not get a red card or penalty is absolutely baffling for me. But again, despite my frustration with the referee, the sweeter part is winning against the corruption, against the institution, always feels that much better. Now, after this fantastic and emphatic performance by Barcelona, all that's needed now is 3 more points in our remaining 3 more games to win the La Liga title. We have, of course, Espanyol away, Villarreal at home, and Athletic Club final day away at the San Mamés. We're not winning that game, so we have to win the league pretty much in these next 2 games coming up. We could, of course, draw all 3 games, which I don't think is a reality. Just need 1 more win. Of course, I believe Madrid play before us against Mallorca, and if they lose that game, I think we're already going to be crowned champions as well. We could, of course, go for a big point record as well. There's still 9 points to play for, which means that we can end the season on 91 points. I think last season we ended on 85. When Xavi won the league, we ended on 88. So breaking 90 plus points would also be fantastic. And of course, winning 4 out of 4 Clásicos just never gets old. I'm just enjoying the moment. Again, I don't think maybe we'll even experience this again in our lifetime. Hopefully we don't get the other end of this feeling, but just knowing that you beat your eternal rivals in 4 big moments this season, play them off the park in the majority of them as well, conceding goals but not crazy goals. If you look at the goals we conceded, they're not, they're scintillating fantastic goals. I think we had 1 penalty in the 4-0, we had a penalty in the Super Cup final, Spanish Super Cup final, and that was it. The rest of the goals were all well worked and earned from Barcelona, not like Madrid where they had set pieces and penalties left, right, and center. But 3 more points needed. We of course won the Liga Espanyol under Xavi 2 years ago. We can do that again against, of course, our city rivals, or we can win the league at home at the Montjuic against Villarreal. But Villarreal, of course, are fighting for European positions. Of course, Espanyol, they're not going to get relegated, but they are a relegation-esque kind of team. They've of course beaten, I think, Atletico and Real Madrid this season, so it won't be that easy enough. The derby will of course emphasize the performance, but 3 more points are needed. It's just now time to lock that in and then have a full celebration of a domestic treble this season. So that was a match analysis from the match yesterday between Barcelona and Real Madrid in El Clasico in La Liga action. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well, let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss, and of course let me know your thoughts on when and how Barcelona will secure this La Liga title. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.